Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. That's me. Let's start over again. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. That's me. Debsy. Hey guys, and doing a little shimmy, shimmy, shake, shimmy, shimmy, choke. So just to let you know, first of all, welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. I had a great day today because I had the day off. I had the day off today because I had to take my mother, aka Dolly, for everyone who has watched my channel or watched any videos in the past. Dolly, she had a little procedure in her hip. Well, it wasn't really a procedure so much as she had a little injection in her hip because like daughter, like mother, like daughter, we both have arthritis, and she got a little injection in her hip to help with the pain. So, and before you ask, yes, she is doing good, and I will tell her. Everybody said, "Hey Dolly, hope you get better." So now listen, in case you happen to see this at all, do you see that? That's not an earthquake. That is this tripod that I'm using now, because the tripod that I typically use, wait, does this one have three? Yeah. The one I typically use for some reason is like not getting the shot that I want. So I'm using this one. It's not as stable. I mean, it's not going to fall over, but it's just, if I like go like that to pick up my water and then go like that, you might see a shake. So take Dramamine if you need it. Okay, so last night I watched Love Hotel. We are going to get into it. It looks like after this week we have maybe three more episodes. I told you last week, I'm loving this show. I hope they bring it back next year, but with different housewives. I enjoyed it. Okay, so Giselle, to start off, Giselle was talking with Theo. And I'm going to tell you, Giselle was talking with Theo, and was it Phil maybe? I have to stop doing that. And so they were talking, and Theo was like, "Hey, just to let you know, here's some stats. I want to hit you with some stats. When white men marry black women, guess what group has the least divorces?" If you guessed white men marrying black women, you would be correct. So he came prepared. Okay, so there is going to be a one-on-one date. Ladies, pick who you want to go on a one-on-one date. Tell us right now, and you will be going on the love boat. Soon will we make it enough run. You're going to be going on the love boat, and it's just a yacht. And just a yacht. Like, I've been on many. It's just a yacht. So they are going to be going on a yacht. Giselle picks Theo because she hasn't spent a lot of time with him. So she picks Theo. Shannon, of course, picks Earl the Pearl. Ashley, she's in a little pickle. Who does she pick? How about if I pick the guy who I said is the worst kisser, and he kisses like a lizard? So she picks Ralph because she's like, "Listen, I have done kissing booty camps. Now, kissing booty camps, that sounds like you're kissing somebody's booty. But I guess she's going to try and rehab him on his kissing, because she said in the past she's dated some men who kiss like lizards, and then they kiss her, and they are like rehabbed into like amazing kissers." And Luann picks Mark. So my question is, why did she keep Mitch? Because she don't do like, she talked to Mitch once and she's like, "Oh, so if I have to pick somebody, I'll pick Mitch." And now she hadn't even looked at Mitch. Okay, so they get on the boat. Here's the thing that I did not understand. So everybody is on the boat. It's a boat. The sun is shining. You're out on the water. What is the proper attire? Tell me. This is multiple choice. Is it A? There's two choices, two. Is it a sweater where you're completely covered up like to the neck and you're showing no skin, okay? Is it that? Or is it, say, like if you're a guy, swim trunks? You know, maybe you don't have a shirt on and it's swim trunks. Which is the one that you're most likely to be wearing? Right, if you guess B, you're correct. Shannon was like, I don't understand why he has his shirt off. Does he not have manners? Does he not know the proper thing to do? I mean, he's on a boat. Why does Earl have his shirt open? Because he's on a boat. He's having fun. Everybody else has their shirt open. At this point, she should have just kept Adam. She was like, I don't have any chemistry with Adam. But for her, Adam probably would have been on the boat. He probably would have had his little scarf on, his little fashion scarf, his poet scarf, and he probably would have been buttoned up. Maybe she'd be okay with, she should have kept him. So listen, I'm going to tell you, Ralph, despite being a terrible kisser, damn, that body. I mean, that body of his. I mean, body on a silver fox. What? Ooh, damn. But she said basically, notice how I'm trying to not touch. I'm trying to not touch the table, but it's odd. So if you see shaking, that's the reason why. Okay. And Ashley is like, but it's basically, she's picking Ralph because she says they're at the same point in their lives as their lives. They're both divorced. They're not married. They both have kids. So that's kind of why she's picking him right now. And Luann is feeling some chemistry with Mark. She's kissing up on him. She's like, maybe I was too quick with James. I mean, maybe I was wrong. Okay, so they all get back to the island, to the hotel, and Ashley asks Wale up to her room because she's like, listen, I want to make sure that he knows that he's important to me, that I haven't forgotten about him. The best thing, listen, I wish this could be when people say, what does your day look like in the morning? If I were to say now, it would be like, okay, I get up at a very specific time of 6:20. Right, I know, it's not 6:15 a.m. or 6:30. It's 6:20. I get up at 6:20 a.m. every Monday through Friday, and I have my breakfast. Okay, but he was like, I wish instead I could say, I don't get out of bed until the sun tells me to get up. I would love that. Like, honestly, maybe once I retire, when I retire, that's what it'll be. I don't get up out of bed until the sun tells me to get up. Once I'm retired, I have a job right now, so I have to get up on time. I appreciate that I have to get up on time because I love having a job. I like paying my bills. I like having a job. But when I'm retired or when I'm on vacation, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, I'm not going to get out of bed until the sun tells me to get up. I love that. So they're talking and everything. And she's like, you know, I could see, she doesn't tell him this, but she's like, I can see him really fitting in with my kids. So she's in kind of like a pickle here, you know? Is Luann spending time with James? No, Luann is at the bar macking up on Mark. All the while, James is telling everybody, listen, I'm not worried. There's no competition because she's my girlfriend. I told her this. She's my girlfriend. But off camera, but it looks like he's getting a little like, Looks like he's getting a little jealous. So on camera, he's trying to play all like cool. Off camera though, he's like, listen, if she gets with Mark, then she's not coming back to me, because I don't take sloppy seconds. I don't do sloppy seconds. So if she's planning on doing that, then don't come back to me, which you know is a lie. He would take her back. Okay. So Joel comes in the next morning and is like, hey, everybody, I invited some people who you may know. And a bunch of people come in the room, and they're everybody, all the ladies' besties. So Shannon has her daughters. Giselle has her really good friend Cal, who is, I think, a friend of her ex-husband. Luann has Cynthia Bailey. I'm going to tell you, Cynthia Bailey is easily one of the most beautiful housewives that there's ever been. If she is not in a relationship next summer, put her on the next season of Love Hotel. I think she's gorgeous. And also this episode, she really has her head on. She has her head on right about like love. I mean, I say that after she married Peter. Ugh. Okay. And they also have, for Ashley, her bestie Brent is there. Okay. So the besties are going to, the men and the besties and the ladies are going to go off, and they're going to have a little interrogation. Listen, everything is going okay for everybody else, but with Luann, so Luann is sitting, I believe it was Mitch. Mitch was here, and then Luann, and then Peter. Anyways, over on this couch was Mitch, Luann, and Mark. I don't know in which order. I think Mitch was down on this end. And then on this little couch over here was Cynthia and James. And they were talking, and the whole time James was like hanging on Cynthia. It was odd. And I'm going to tell you, listen, I noticed it at first, and then Luann was like, get your hands off, excuse me, get your hands off my friend. She's not your girlfriend, she's my girlfriend. Get your hands off of her. And she was making it seem like, where are your manners? But then she said, you're supposed to be dating me. And so it was kind of like jealousy, but I can understand where she's coming from, because you're here on Love Island and you're saying how much you care about me and how much I mean to you and blah, 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 this and that. And I don't know if she knows or not, but he's throwing around the L word. And now you're hanging on my friend? No. And she's like, I'm pissed about this. I would be too. I don't blame you, Lou. Okay, so the interrogations are done, and the besties pick the man that they think is best, for their bestie. And this man will also get a one-on-one date. Well, we'll get to go on a group date with the housewife and the bestie. And so the interrogations are done. Brant picks Ralph. Cynthia chooses Mark for Luann because of that whole little ish that happened. Cal picks Phil. And Shannon's daughters, well, they're like, we would love for Earl to join us on the date. Okay, couple notes. So Brant, Ralph, and Ashley went, I don't know what they did. I forget what they all did. But they had a tasting of some sort, and I can't stand when men call themselves daddy, or when women call men daddy. I can't stand that. I think it's so creepy. But he said, "Oh, daddy," daddy like. And Brant was like, he was catching a little bit of a crush, I felt like, because he's like, "Oh, okay, daddy. Oh, all right." Like I said, I hate it when men call themselves daddy or when women call men daddy. I think it's weird. I think it's creepy. Put in the comments if you think it's creepy too. I just think it's creepy. Shannon's daughters seem to like Earl. That generally, I feel like they really seem to like Earl with maybe a little bit of hesitation. Okay, so Luann, Cynthia, and Mark were doing, what was it? Oh, they were making, no. They were doing something that involved a knife. He's like, "Be careful. The knife is very sharp." So she's like doing a Brittany thing, and she's like, "Okay, this is a letter opener." And she's like, "Oh." And I'm like, "What? Why? What are you doing?" I mean, they were doing anything but paying attention. And then Luann throws the onion, and Mark cuts himself a little bit. And at that point, you could tell that instructor was done with them. That instructor was like, "Oh fuck, if I gotta do, are you kidding me? This is who I get." God. So Luann takes him away, and because she at one time was a nurse, she puts a band-aid on him, and they're back. Okay. So Cal and Giselle and Phil, they are talking afterwards. And this is where Phil's, I don't know if it's his true colors or what, come out, because he mentions that in a past relationship, he would just all of a sudden get up and leave, just for days, if not weeks, just leave. And he was pretty controlling. So that, you can tell, you can read it on Giselle's face that's a red flag. That should be a huge red flag to anybody. And Shannon is saying that she's not sure. "I'm not sure if I can date a simple man with simple taste." To be honest with you, I'm going to tell you, and I'll lay out another reason why I don't think she should be with Earl. I don't think her and Earl are right for each other. She needs to be with somebody who is used to living her same life. She can't adapt. You can tell that. She seems like a very nice woman, but she can't adapt. She's not made to live that uncomfortable of a life. Is it uncomfortable? For most people, no. For her, yes, it would be. Mark says to Luann that he's never dated anybody her age. And listen, I'm going to tell you, how old is Mark though? Mark is not he's 30 years old. I mean, Mark looks like he's close to, Luann's in her 50s, isn't she? He looks like he's at least in his 50s. So what? Is he some late 50s, early 60s, and he won't date somebody unless they're in their low 20s? Okay, Belichick. All right. BB. Was that his, wait. It is Bill Belichick. BB. All right, Belichick. So, and he also, And there's a flashback, and Luann is like, I don't know if this is a guy for me because he seems like he's just here for a good time. And if you remember her second marriage to Tom, please don't say it's about Tom. It's about Tom. Her marriage to Tom, there were all kind of rumors about him cheating. He was just in it for a good time as well, as it turns out. So was the Count, but he at least hung on for a few years and gave her that title that she milked. So yeah, what worries Luann is that he's just there for the fun. That's it. And Cynthia picks up on this too. And she's like, listen, you two, I think you're better as friends. I don't think you're good together. I just don't think you're good romantically together. Good for you, Cynthia, because he's not. Rant asks if there are any reservations. Asks Ralph if there's any reservations. No. I'm sorry. Asked Ashley if there's any reservations. And Ashley is like, listen, would you want to live two separate lives, or would you want to meld our lives together? And Ralph says, in the past I may have said differently, but I would like to meld the two lives together. Ashley's not sure of that. She's like, do I want to pick up and leave and go live in Nashville with my kids? I don't know that I want to do that. And Ralph also had said he's very impatient, and he went down a rabbit hole. He got diagnosed. Turns out he's dyslexic and he has ADD. And she likes, though, that he's very forthcoming about everything, which is good. Okay, so James, later that night, everybody's sitting around talking, and James just comes out and is like, hey, I love Luann. That's wild to everybody. That was wild to me too. That is a red flag, because you've known this woman for a week maybe, and you love her already. I mean, I get people say love at first sight, but I don't know. I think it's a little red flaggish too. But listen, Luann, when she married the Count, they only knew each other for 2 months, and they got married. And remember, she didn't know Tom all that long either, and she just jumped in and got married. So she needs to take her time, is what she needs to do. Okay, Earl goes to Shannon's room, and he brings her daughters a gift. It's very sweet. And while he is good with the girls, she does bring up the issue of the fact that how he gets whenever she criticizes him. That right there, I don't think it's going to work. And that is one of the big reasons. Because so you're just never supposed to, you're always supposed to stand behind everything that your significant other or that your spouse does or says. I mean, that's not healthy. That's not a great relationship. And then if you're walking on eggshells and you're worried about how, what's going to set him off, that's really no way to live. So for all those reasons, I don't think she should be with Earl. Plus, like we said, she's used to someone, she needs to be with someone who can give her the life that she's accustomed to, is what I'm going to say. Giselle and Cal talk, and this is exactly what I think. She's like, now we found out some more things about Phil. Was he editing himself or holding things back in order to keep himself from going home? Is he just saying what was he just saying what I need him to say to get him to stay here? Is he just looking for a free vacation or what? I mean, I don't know. Is he using her to get on TV? Who knows? But we weren't getting the real Phil. I'm telling you who she should have kept, that you were getting the real one, and that was Jay. Let me see, what time is it? And that was Jay. I'll say it till the day I die. She should have kept Jay. And if she didn't keep Jay, then Shannon should have took Jay. Somebody should have kept Jay there. So Ashley and Rant are talking. There's no red flags with Ralph. He's very self-assured. That's very sexy to her. Everybody gets together. The besties are gone. The men, the ladies, and Joel get together. And he's like, there is going to be an elimination tonight. Now, I'm kidding. There's really not going to be an elimination. They were like, what the hell? But he said, there's only 3 days left until you have to check out of the Love Hotel. Living at the Love Hotel. Oh, yeah. So there we go. Next week, it's gonna be popping off. It's gonna be popping off next week, because Mark, who was like, listen, I know tonight didn't go great with Luann and Cynthia. However, I'm not giving up on my girl Lou. Next week, he's like moving on to Garcelle. He's moving on to Giselle. He's like, I like the way that you're built. So it's true. It's true. He's not there for love. He's there for fun. That's all he's there for. And it looks like maybe Wale is self-checking out. I'm going to tell this. I'm going to sing this song. It's about damn time you should have done that, because he calls her out on playing games. She's like, I'm not playing games. That's why we're here at the Love Hotel. That's all I'm going to say. So I hope he does. I want so much more for Wale than she could give him. Okay. And also something makes Shannon cry, because Shannon got her hair up in curlers and rollers and she's crying, and Giselle looks mad. Like, how you going to come up here and do that? So something happened. Listen, I think it's something with Earl. And also, what does James do to Luann that makes Mitch want to slap the taste out of his mouth? We'll see, because he's like, if I would touch somebody like that, if I would touch a woman like that, I would have gotten punched in the face. So we'll see. Okay. So listen, in the comments, please let me know if you watched, and if you did, what you think. And if nobody told you yet today, we're done. If nobody told you yet today, you are loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world. Please take care of one another always. Number 1, be aware of your surroundings always. 2, be aware of your Number 1, be aware of your surroundings. Number 2, be smart and safe. Number 3, let's hydrate with some water and do some wham ham. There's water in here. Number 4, if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love, thoughts, prayers, and positive energy your way so you make it through to another day. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, I'm going to watch Sister Wives. I don't know why I'm like this. I'm going to watch Sister Wives. I'm going to make notes, and then I'm going to make a video. Hopefully. I'm goofy. So anyways, I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Have a great night and a great day tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye.